So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB. This is the MLB pregame show, and I'm Matt Vasgersian, and as we draw nearer to the first pitch of Game 1 in the series, we'll give you the latest installment of our Topps Player Spotlight. Darren James is our focus as he enters this one having carried his team offensively last time out. He drove in a bunch of runs and really looked dialed in with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, that was one of those games you won't forget for some time to come. He was at the plate in some really important situations, and man, did he pull through. I'd say he kind of single-handedly changed the course of the game, and although that performance will be a tough one to match in this one, I know his manager and teammates are hoping he's got some more magic left in that bat.
All right, pregame festivities are wrapping up. It's time for baseball, and we'll have it for you next. It's time now for baseball from the great state of Texas and Globe Life Park. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the New York Yankees and the Texas Rangers. Two of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. So now let's take a look at Joe Girardi's lineup for the visiting Yankees. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, guys, everybody should be looking out for that guy in the number 3 spot. He's been a one-man wrecking crew lately. He's driving in 20 runs over the last 10 ball games. I guess I shouldn't say one-man wrecking crew. It takes a lot of support from the guys above him to get in a position to be driven in, but he has been the man.
Darren James readies for his first appearance in this one, and he's a guy who's been terrific over the last couple of series, really swinging it well. Now a move over to first, and a dive, but he's back in. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
And you know, Ross is definitely liked by the pitchers, Matt. When they're working both sides of the plate, they tend to be pretty effective when he's making the call.
And they'll get the fielder's choice play at second, but that's all.
Well, you could have put the first base bag out.
Brandon Belt will stand in for the first time now. 24 home runs to his credit so far this year. Darren James stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Well, be careful not to airmail that thing over your catcher's head. You got to make sure you don't overthrow it.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Now a long throw home, and he is in there. as you see right there, that'll put you. Coming to the plate now, Brandon Belt. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Darren James heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
You know, guys, an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Chopped foul right at home plate. Little tapper down the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out. Darren James strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
Now a ball hit down the line in the air. This has a chance, and oh, it's high off the foul pole for a home run. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field, and even 40 home runs on the year for him now as they open it up to 6-2 now.
Oh, and his great year just keeps going on and on. Like you say, that's home run number 40 on the year now. He's definitely making a case to be in the running to take some hardware home at the end.
Darren James will stand in again as we flash you back here to inning number 6. This was his 3-run home run that's really been the key blow to this point in the ball game. Chopped weakly to the left. Rendon's got to get rid of it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was definitely a big part of this victory. You see there, 4 RBIs for him in the ball game. He came through when they needed him to, and he was instrumental in the win.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB. And welcome back to the MLB pregame show as we prepare you for Game 2 of our series with the always important Topps Player Spotlight. Darren James will be our subject as he enters this one having carried his team offensively last time out. He drove in a bunch of runs and really looked dialed in with runners in scoring position.
Yeah.
It's time now for baseball from the great state of Texas and Globe Life Park. Today, it's the second of this 3-game series. Darren James will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
Runner at first here, one man out. High in the air out to center field. Altman waits on it. He's got it, and there are two down now. So now let's take a look at Joe Girardi's lineup for the visiting Yankees. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, guys, everybody.
Darren James is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
Line drive to center field. Altman is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Yeah, you really can't take anything for granted out there when you're playing in the rain. You got to worry about your footing.
Darren James will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Looking to minimize the damage here.
0-1.
Oh, he needed to get ahead, and he does with the fastball. It's 0-1.
Ah, that's just a great spot for the fastball against a hitter like this. Just off the plate enough to make him offer, but not good enough that he can do anything with it.
Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. 1 run scores. And the run is in to score from second, make it 5-1. And you see on the graphic right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on as he just continues to hit the ball well.
Can you imagine waking up every morning, coming to the ballpark, knowing that you're going to get a base hit like he's feeling it right now?
Brandon Belt gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Darren James is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Sent out to straightaway center field. And a great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, these guys know the deal from the offensive standpoint. They've got to add on to give their bullpen just a little more breathing room. And this is a good start as he jumps all over.
Runner at second now. Nobody out. And standing in now, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Brandon Belt. Corey Dickerson gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. At the plate, Chu Huntley. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And I'm sure he'd like a base hit right now here of any sort, but hey, another fly ball wouldn't be all that bad because he should be able to drive in a run with a sacrifice fly.
Leading off the inning, Tim Early, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Smoked on the ground left side. Oh, he makes the stop. It's there, and he's out.
Wow, made it look easy. Ball hit like that, if you're the pitcher, you're thinking, oh, base hit. But not this time. Makes the play and gets the out, and the pitcher acknowledges it, and he's happy.
Digging in to try it again, Darren James. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
I think things are getting a little frosty down there now. This has been one of those back-and-forth games.
Brandon Belt stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. Runners on the move for second. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. And that'll get down for a base hit. Throw into third. And he is out on a strong throw. And, boys, probably a handful of deserving candidates for our top player of the game award. But what do you say we go ahead and give it to the man who shut the door out of the pen?
Yeah, it's nice to have someone like...
It's time now for baseball from the great state of Texas and Globe Life Park. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the New York Yankees and the Texas Rangers. It'll be fun watching these two swing it all series long. First pitch is next. Darren James readies for his first swings in this one. And, boy, check out the recent numbers. Clearly providing a lot of pop at the plate right now. And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike one. Eric, this Ranger ball club as they begin play. Boy, they are really in need of something. And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So a fairly painless top of the first. Benito Ferreira will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. Ripped down the line. Oh, he makes the stop to second for one, but he's going to have to eat this thanks to a good hard slide and the runs in to score.
And, you know, you just got to respect a guy going in hard when his team's well out of the pennant race. That's called being a professional. He's able to get in there and break up the possible double play with his hustle.
Darren James stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And, you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
And no throw as he'll just hang on to it. boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning.
And the second baseman is there to make the play, and that ends the inning. A golden... Darren James will stand in, hoping he can find a little green out there for once. He's lined out twice thus far.
Well, sitting up here, it looks like there's a lot of wide open spaces, but he's been hitting them right at people all game long.
Oh, and he has some trouble with it, and they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely. Brandon Belt gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the fourth. At the plate, Rougned Odor. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
And he knows there was no real intention to hit him right there, but that doesn't make you feel any better to get hit. And he'll be looking to get some revenge right here.
And the throw to first will be in time, so they stamp out the bunt attempt.
The batter, number 3.
Digging in the switch hitter, Darren James, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Yeah, he's got great numbers right here, hitting over 350 against righties where he just rakes.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Off the plate, outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and two.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2.
Well, you could see his mindset at the plate.
Didi Gregorius will start things out for the Rangers in their half of the 6th.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game. So just chip away, chip away.
And he's retired here, 1 away.
The right fielder,
Darren James will get a shot here in a bases-loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he could come through here.
Hit sharply toward the right side. That's in there. Base hit. That's 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate.
Well, if you want to point fingers at who's to blame for this,
Brandon Belt will dig in here with the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
He's been tough to deal with this year. He's second on the team in RBIs, so this is a golden opportunity.
Now to the plate, Darren James. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Oh, he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1.
Oh, and you cannot get caught making up your mind to swing before you even see where the pitch is going to be. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away. Arnold Saito will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long, long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now. But, hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
And as we wrap things up here, what do you say we name this guy right here as the recipient of our Topps Player of the Game award?
Yeah.